yards to begin the drive.
Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
70 Timberwolves.
To throw, Moon. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Yeah, they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Moon to throw. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can get to do some work afterwards.
Here we go, start. Ready, ready.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
Come on, come on.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Titans had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 22 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powering them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Ready,
from down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Get up, 18, Rattler, 18, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Moon. That's complete, right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Ready.
Spears is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Trap 60, trap. Let's go now. Bronco 80. Go.
Johnson. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Dragon 60.
Here's Moon. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down in a yard.
Ready.
Back to throw, Watson.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Ready up. Here we go. Check, hurt.
They run up the middle with Foster. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things out.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
70 Lions.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one. So now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville.
Bronco 80. Dragon 60.
Now Boone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Boone.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You can kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
On the ready. Trap 60. Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 18. Rattler. 18. Rattler.
Looking to throw. Moon. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Let's go. Knock 70 Timberwolf. Ready.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
Texans 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they can't bring him down.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
38-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Ready, break.
2nd and 10. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Watson now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Go! Liking 18! Go!
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready?
The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Moon. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This 2nd and 4.
Come on.
Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Ready, set.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Houston.
A first down carry for Foster. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 3rd down and 7.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's 3rd and 7. From the 50, it's Watson. That's complete. It's Collins. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
21, Texans 7.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Now it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Foster. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Now Watson, he's going to move him around.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
A loss of 5 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive. Moon. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Cowboy 80, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
A final shot before break. Moon. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Watson. That is caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
Let's go now.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. Open man is Collins. He's got it. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Viking 8.
A play fake. Now Moon. He's got the tight end, the man. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. 79 Bronx, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Let's go.
Moon to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
On the set. Panther, here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To throw, Moon.
That's to the tight end, Wiley. And the Titans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
70 Lions. Ready.
Williams will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. They seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
Now the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel, but they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Looking to put a drive together.
Alert! Alert! Come on, come on. Set! 70 Timberwolves. Rip those streets. Check, 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 check. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now Moon. He gets this one to Burks. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Ready? 70.
Now Moon. That's going to be caught by Rivers. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Moon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it second down.
79 Broncos.
Second and 3 at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, here's Moon. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Titans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And a lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Texans 14.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to throw, Watson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On the slant, Burks.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here we go. Shot.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. Warrior 70. Ready, right?
Here's Moon. And he's got Vanette.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Moon. Pass to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Texans 14.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
Ready, break.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This is caught. It's Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Watson going to change the look here. From the pistol, it's Foster. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Check, man. Check, big lion. Stephanie. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They keep it in the hands of Foster. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 43 yards. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Texans 21.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Play action. It's moved. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. Moon. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Ready?
Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. There's Fuller with a catch. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Moon. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago. Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here we go, Stack. Panther 60, Panther 60.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Up the middle, Johnson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
134 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown in the afternoon.
And the Titans have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They'll go again with Foster. And he'll be taken down at the 36-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Watson changing the play.
Panther streak. Panther streak.
They'll hand off to Foster. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll try the air now with Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Bronco 80. Go.
They'll try and run forward with Foster. Well, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is not intent of the law. Possession is not intent of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
One last throw here for Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.